As the number of COVID-19 cases continues to grow, experts say testing is critical in identifying and controlling further spread of this deadly disease. Well, I'm here at the Lancet laboratory just to take you through the entire process of testing. Come with me.
There are two main tests for COVID-19. Test number one is the PCR. Now that test identifies active viral replication. Is there presence of a virus? Okay? Now, there is another test called the antibody test. In this case, we collect blood and we are looking for antibodies that have developed in blood. For you, we'll do the test. We'll collect your sample right now, and by tonight, your results will be out.
I'm actually anxious, but I'm really looking forward to this.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
My name is Irene. We're going to take two samples,
Okay.
the nasopharyngeal and the throat sample. We are going to start with the throat. You'll feel like you want to gargle, like puking, but you won't vomit, okay?
Relax.
Jesus Christ.
Say very good. This is awesome. sorry.
There's no big deal about collecting the sample. It's actually just like, some people do their earbuds. This is basically something similar to in your mouth and your nose. The reason why we pick from inside the nose and we try to go as far back down the nose as possible, because remember your nose and your mouth, they connect, the airways, they connect at the back. So we are trying to get a sample from the back of the throat and a sample from the back of the nose, because this virus, the COVID-19 virus, just like other respiratory virus, they tend to multiply best around that area. Now, for people who are in ICU and other places, then they have to collect it from inside the lungs.
After collecting the swab, we now head to the laboratory where Dr. Kalebi explains the entire process involved in testing and verifying collected samples.
As the samples are being received, they have to be kept refrigerated. So within the box, there is some ice pack, and each of the samples will then be put into the freezer, which is a -20 freezer. Now in the freezer, it can stay even up to 3 days to a week without a problem. But normally, there's something else we do to protect it. We add what we call an RNA shield. And once you add the RNA shield, then it can stay indefinitely while frozen. The sample is in that tube. It is a swab, almost like the earbuds. Now, Anne is working inside this PCR hood. Now the PCR hood is, it has what we call negative suction. So no air comes out, the air can only go in, which means we are fairly safe. So the next step is basically here. Now this is Dr. Rabia, she's a molecular scientist, head of our molecular pathology lab. And what she has to do is every morning, they prepare what are the samples that are gonna be run. Sometimes we do 2 runs, sometimes we do 3 runs. Each run takes about 96 samples, and she's basically planning for it. And this is actually gonna be the final stage of the sample preparation before it goes into what we call master mix. Okay, now the master mix is the reagent, is the final ingredient that is mixed with the sample before it's put on the machine. I can't show you that because we have not reached that stage yet, and that has to be prepared at a very specific time. It's the most expensive part of it all because the reagent is very, very expensive. It costs about $50 per sample. So that's why PCR is an expensive test.
Gloria Milimo, K24 TV.